let's get on to the topics here. So, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen like the Reddit and how everyone's been blowing up how the game is dying because ancient Swift ruins are now a thing. How do you guys feel about that?
Oh, wasn't it
Alex,
already
do you
dead?
Yo,
I thought it was dead already.
Yo, damn, Alex.
I
Alex,
thought the game was dead already.
I mean, oh, yeah, okay.
No one plays RTA anymore. Like everyone's been saying that. Like no one's playing RTA. Like apparently the G3, what is it? Not the G3, but Guardian. It got lower, right? Cause I'm not too sure.
yeah, you're right about that. I feel like it's more of like unless you're like a consistent guardian or like close, a lot of the other people like that are lower, like maybe that were in mid conk or low conk and fighter, like those other people that probably aren't playing, because it actually feels like, while it feels like the points to get guardian are getting lower, the matches are getting a little bit harder because I think it's just like the whales that are playing. But for the Swift runes, I'm actually okay with it, honestly. Like I think that I think it's kind of nice, personally. I know like some people are gonna like bitch because it's like, oh, like now we got to farm for this shit all over again. But I think like the overall like quality of monsters that have like Swift sets is gonna like go up by a lot, because like these like ancient runes, they have like higher like base stats, and even the gems and grinds are higher chances, right?
Yeah, like one of the things I talked about before, I feel like it kind of brings into balance kind of choosing a Vile set versus a Swift set. Most people now just put Vile sets and just makes them super fast, right? But now you can have Swift sets that are almost always going to be faster than Vile ruins. Kind of like,
for sure,
gives you, helps you get better Swift ruins.
Yeah, I mean, and also just like the efficiency of the rune is gonna be like way better, right? Versus like a Vile rune. But I would say, because before, like at least for me on my account and like a lot of other people I know, when they have a Swift set, you're chasing speed, right? You're chasing for that like 30 speed Swift rune.
Yup.
And maybe you have like I don't know, let's say you get lucky, you got 30 speed, but then all the other subs are like flat attack, like flat flat HP, and then you have like a defense percent in there. It's like, now at least those substats will be higher, and when you gem them or grind them, it'll you'll get better results.
Yeah, because I've seen quite a few people with 300 speed Bernards, but it's like plus 2k HP, 100% resistance. Like
that's like mine.
Damn, sorry, Alex, I didn't mean to come at your neck there.
You literally just called him out.
He's like, oh, that's me.
But that's why I switched back to slower button gear.
Okay. I mean, it depends what you're using it for, right? If like you have to get that first turn, and like your comp will for sure win if you get that first turn, then it's fine. But
like, also with these ancient ruins, we gotta remember, we still are pulling 5-star ruins from them, 5-star, and then every other set in there is like useless. So it's like, I don't know, like guard ruins. What was it? Tolerance ruins.
Oh my god, Tricard runes.
Yeah, if they make a determination there, that would be perfect for like, mid-game players to try to push for Trikaru.
Yeah, I mean, then again, like farming like these like level 5 and what's it called, dimensional like hole type stuff, it's pretty hard, like even for like a lot of endgame players. So,
yeah,
really?
Not everyone's gonna get to it.
I see y'all running like Barbara, Galleon, and like Water Twins and Illunia, just wrecking that shit in like 30 seconds.
It's pretty high rune requirement though.
Yeah, cause I'm running like Bernard, Chasoon, Odin, Savannah, and it's like a minute-ish time, but like it's also not free to play. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like, and like the thing is, like your team has to be like 100%, right? Because that energy is so valuable. You don't get to refresh it, like not like regular energy. So
yo, dude, I'm a
you want to make sure you're
crackhead.
getting everything.
I'm a crackhead with D-hole energy. I'm like, do I have more? Can I find more Lunia?
you don't let that energy spill over, man.
How are you
Yeah.
gonna balance it? Like, how are you planning to balance between Lunia and the new dungeon? Because Swift and Will.
Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be farming the new dungeon very much. I'm just excited for the Predator boss. That
Really?
Predator-
Aren't you a cleaver though?
I am, but I need will runes more than anything because I farm giants like 24/7.
I see.
Yeah, so that as you can see on the screen right now, I'm farming in just giants right now. So
I'm
I'm
probably
so
gonna try
delayed.
farming Swift runes, at least for a while, and let's like see how it goes. But it's one of those things where like you guys both have Chikaru now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So like now that there's like Chikaru covers like 3 dungeons, right? Like
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
any other help, and then Giants is one of the ones that actually doesn't cover. So it's like my thought was like, oh, maybe Chikaru for regular energy, D-hole energy, try to get some Swift runes. But
That's
I,
what I
and,
was
you know,
thinking too.
yeah, like, and
But,
then
like-
for the other runes that you get from Giants, like I don't need. I feel like a lot of people don't need them as much, like Blade runes and Fatal. Like they're nice to have, but late game, you probably have some sets, right?
but yeah, but I mean, Swift and Despair late game is pretty nice. Having a nice Despair came in
true.
to throw people off.
That is
That's
true.
But then there's like Alunia.
Yeah, Alunia pretty much solves everything. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like my Swift runes are pretty decent, but they could be a lot better. Like my Swift set's really fast, and then it just drops to like 260 some speeds, 270. So I have like one 330 set, and then the rest are like 260, 270. I need more 300 sets.
Oh,
Kiss,
okay.
are you gonna convert to cleaving after this? Because I feel like there's gonna be way more cleavers now because of the new Swift set. We probably all know that. And then probably mid-season, next season, there's probably gonna be way more cleavers than before.
I don't know. The thing is, like, when you're for cleaving, I don't know if I would think that there's gonna be more cleavers just because Swift sets like you do need for when you're cleaving because you need your like Bastet, Draco, whatever you're gonna use, Tableau. But I think like damage sets, fast damage sets are like not easy to get.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? That's the whole reason why I stopped cleaving. Just the getting like multiple damage sets for like even for
Mhm.
like your pivot units is pretty hard. And like you can get some on Swift, I guess, but you would need to farm it for quite a bit. So I don't think there will be like a big change like right away.
dude. Like I feel like my fast rage sets are better than my Swift damage sets.
Oh
Like,
really?
Yeah, because like I have a lot of like 230, 240 rage sets that have good amount of
Damn.
damage. But then my Swift sets, I can push like 240, 250, but they're not that much damage. There's not that much attack, not that much crit damage. So it's like, I don't know. Like my Savannah that I have is like 260, but has like no accuracy, has like 160 crit damage, and a moderate amount of attack, but like it needs more stats.
How do you guys
Dude,
go
it's
against
hard.
cleaves? Like, do you guys have like your own calories or like? Because when I try to do it, I can only think of my Terranese and Triana, and that's it for me.
Can't
Maybe
get-
Vigor.
You out cleave the cleave.
I think it depends on what comps you're running, but like, so when I was running, I actually used to run a control cleave. So if I see like them trying to cleave, I would just I was like outspeed, and if you don't outspeed, then you lose. Like, you're just you're like you give it to them because they were faster.
Yeah.
But like let's say if you're what's another? I guess like control cleave versus control cleave, same thing. You just outspeed. If there's a Jamire Tableau, you take the Jamire if you see it coming. If you're not running like a speed team, then yeah, I think like Triana. It's like Triana. If you have like a Swift Yanni, if you have Tyrannus, I see Junos
Yeah.
everywhere nowadays. Even Vigor, not that bad.
Like,
Against the
Like when I was trying to do like actual RTA, trying to be a real RTA player and not cleave like I was running Triana, Vanessa, Terranese, and then the last two were just flex picks. Just so then
Ooh.
something always survives, right? At least 2 or 3 units are gonna survive, and then my Terranese can bring something back. If they don't ban
Yeah.
the Terranese, then like pretty much everyone survives.
Yep.
But what if they go Lucian plus Rocky? Who do you ban?
Oh, I just banned the Lucian. The Raki's not gonna do enough damage to burst through anyone. Like my Triana, I think is like 550 KHP, or sorry, 55 KHP on Nem, Bio Nem. Just so then Daphnes's I don't have to really worry about, and like
Mm.
Raki would need setup in order to bust through that kind of thing. She's not fast. She's not fast, but she's thick, like triple C
Rocky's
thick.
scary. Rocky's so scary.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the units where like if I'm getting cleaved, it's like I have to think about it because I do something similar with like the whole like if I see a cleave, I end up picking stuff like Tyrannus, Triana, Miho, and like I don't know, Rocky's just one of those units where I'm like, fuck, do I ban the Rocky? Do I ban the Lucian? And it just depends on like what else they have
I like
and what else you have.
I refuse to pick Miho. Like the only time I ever use my Miho is for like Siege 1v3s.
Wait, Miho's so good.
Yes.
I just don't want to do it to them. Imagine if I 4v1 them with a Miho. I'd feel so bad. I'd be like, I just gotta quit the game now.
You
Sorry.
need the points though.
I actually like I had like a phase where I was just like, you know what, like I'm gonna pick stuff like Miho and Teres, Diana. I'm just gonna like see how far this takes me, and like I put like some like of my best wins on all those units too. It's actually like okay. It actually was like the more I picked it, the more I was like, why aren't you proccing, or like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like you know you have that when you don't pick it that much. And it like has that you have that one game where it pops off. You're like, oh my god.
I feel that way about my Garo. Like I love my Garo. Miho not so much. Garo just like people underestimate them because there's so many counters to Garo nowadays where it's like no one really sees Garo and they're like, oh no, what am I gonna do? My entire team is countered. But
I think Vigor's a great counter, especially with Sturt's kill.
oh yeah, Vigor demolishes Garo so easily. You put a little sprinkle of damage on your Vigor and it like kills Garo.
Vigor is so good. I hate how good he is, but I use him. So. yeah. It's like even in like Guild War, Guild Siege, like you can't. I don't know if it's like this with you guys, like when because you guys are in the same guild, right?
Yeah.
But like I can't go into a siege and not see Vigor on like every other tower, you know?
Yeah. I think we
Like-
have have an entire tower of KVSs.
Oh, actually.
Yeah. We're only in
That's
G1. We're only in G1
No,
farming,
it's
but
good. It's a good defense. Like I think we have that too. We had that, and then like there's the Kamoon, Vigor, like the Mollies, and then there's also like the new thing with the other mermaid, the wind one. I even saw the fire one.
Damn.
I'm so done
Yeah.
with Molly, dude. I want her to be gone.
Yeah, whenever I see Kiss stream and his siege, it's just full of Kamoon Vigor. Like Vigor
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah,
Something
and it's
along
like maybe an
those lines.
Odin or something else. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of why like when I do siege, I'm just like I need to like do like 2 matches then take a break because like it's so cancer.
Yo, we got stuck with we got stuck in C3 after this like the season ended and everything, so God, we kind of abused them, dude. Oh, I feel so bad.
in
You had a
the
blast.
1v1s, right?
No.
Not me, but Max.
After the 1v1s, we got stuck in C3 because we got
Oh,
each of those 1v1s. I think we faced like 2 BR guilds and they just wrecked our shit, dude.
oh no.
Yeah, so we got stuck back in C3 and yeah, we were not fair to them at all.
And
Yeah.
we actually got for the 1v1s. We actually got stuck in G2. We wanted. It was like we weren't really like pushing, but we
Mhm.
were like, oh no, like we didn't because we wanted to at least be in C3 or I mean G3, but we got stuck in G2 and we actually got like it was kind of nice because we were like, wow, like, we have like 15. Our guild's pretty small actually, compared to like
Yeah.
other G3 guilds, because we actually only have like 12 to 15 members that actually attack in siege. Meanwhile, like most guilds have like at least 20 up that high.
I
But
brought
we
it
get
up.
carried.
I brought it up on the screen. The our last
Oh
siege that we
my.
had, we
Oh.
yeah, they didn't get like any farm, and I feel really bad for them. But like I told everyone, hey guys, get your attacks in. It's not gonna last very long, and like everybody went in.
Y'all bullies.
We had
No,
to.
that was literally me when I woke up for the first 3 1v1 sieges. I woke up and it was done. Like I was just like, what the hell? And I didn't even get to. I got like maybe one hit in on the third one, and then the fourth 1v1 siege. It was that we actually lost because we were against like, I don't remember. It's like I don't know the name, but I know it's like a Chinese guild that's usually in G3.
Okay, yeah, because like we farm at G1 because we're not ready for G2, but we were pretty high, close to G2, and we got stuck with some really rough players. They just destroyed us. Our defenses are not good at all. Like we got numbers. That's about it. We have like,
Numbers is a big deal though. It's
Yeah.
really important actually.
yeah, we're just like a bunch of ants swarming them. It works
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. You have enough people, like it's okay.
But let's go on to the next topic because I think we got completely off on a tangent there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We basically went from A to D.
And now we're back on B. But yeah, what do you guys think people should expect? Like, let's say someone is mid-game, they finally completed all the PvE content, and now they're trying to push into PvP. What would you say are some of like the most important tips for that? Like, what should they expect?
Honestly, like for early PvE, like when you first download the game, like can you go from? I don't think you should expect G1. Honest, like Guardian's super hard right now. Game's almost like declining. Also, sad to say, but it is slowly declining in terms
Yeah.
of players also. But still, I think trying to achieve Guardian. I mean, if you can, that's super good. But free to play, I don't think it's possible because there's people like Fairy who did achieve G3, G2, right? But he's been playing for a long time, and I think if you're just getting in right now, I think maybe the best might be maybe Conquer RTA, C2, C3.
I think that's a fair goal. I think that yeah, going free to play like as a new player like right now, trying to get G1 is brutal as hell. Like you've missed out on so much, like, and there's so
Yeah.
many like re-apps and things like that too that you just didn't get compared to like all these other people. I would say even like C1, C2 would be like a pretty fair like pretty fair goal, but even that's gonna take a while because I know there's like a lot of people that complain about like the fighter 3 pool in RTA and how that's just like cancer.
Man,
It's like
But you
trying to
need to
push
just
into
low
C1.
life farming for like
I
a lot.
I definitely feel like the RTA pool is like, getting smaller, but I feel like the Summoners War community in general is growing. Conduit has done a lot of updates recently where they've pushed a lot of good updates. We got auto farm, we've got all these.
Yes.
Yeah. There's been a lot of quality of life. Like compared to the state of the game was last year, compared to now, I feel like we're in a much better place.
Oh yeah, for sure. The auto farm just makes like the biggest difference for me because like
That's true.
I can't even imagine not having it now.
One
Like,
of our
huh?
One of
Same.
our guild members said auto farming is probably the safest thing to happen to his driving. And I was like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, I feel that, dude.
Alright.
I'm not condoning it, but I've had to drive like an hour to work, and the roads are like empty. It's just a highway that I have to drive down.
Oh no.
Yeah, my car's on like there's like a guided assist mode on the car, so it just like stays in the lane, and all I have to do is just quickly look over, switch over. Yeah, okay, we're good. Not condoning it. Terrible idea. Don't play Summer's Wind Drive.
Don't do this at home.
But you know, it helps now.
That's called an addiction.
It really is, but you have to farm so much to do anything in this game, dude.
Yeah.
You do.
So I think
Yeah,
it's really
a
hard to get to the top 10%, especially if you're just starting right now.
Wait, top 10%, is that T1?
Wait, I have no clue.
Yeah, I think that's C1.
Okay. Yeah,
Really?
sorry.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need to be pay to play in order to kind of achieve that. Because I do know they still give out tons of rewards and everything, but it's still really hard to compete with others who are still playing this game.
And dude, like in arena at least, fucking getting G3 is so rough, dude. I tried for G2 for like ages, and I barely got it last time.
Well, arena, like regular arena, is like it's in a sense it feels almost like more unit locked than anything else.
That's
I would say like it's like imagine trying to get it and not having like a 33 lead, and what else? Like I guess like you need your like typically like a Nat 5 like fire threat, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a Camilla, Sam. I don't know, and like even like for the AO part, it's like the Zyros, the Tiana, Alicia.
Yeah, like I know I pretty much snuck into Guardian because of my my ruins on my defense are terrible, but they see my chroma and they're like, all right, maybe we shouldn't attack this guy, you know, that 44 HP lead, the glancing
okay.
chance. Imagine if I had a
But when you
Mara.
have an Akroma, it's a little different.
Exactly.
So- Yeah, so right now I'm actually trying to get into C1, but during like rush period, I see these defenses where it's like all 33 speed lead. At that point, like I'm like, how do I outspeed this guy without speed lead? So it's like
33.
very hard.
Yeah, 33 speed lead, with a stripper, right?
Yeah.
With a stripper, fire threat, and maybe like I don't know, maybe another fire threat, maybe like a Triana or like a healer or a Miho or something.
Because like even when you're trying to use a 24 lead, comparing that to 33 lead is so different, dude. Like I see a 24 lead and I'm like, oh dude, that's food right there. I can outspeed it because I have a 33 lead. Like I never see like even if it's a Wunsa, if it's a Wunsa and like a Sierra lead, I don't even sweat it. I don't even care how fast this base speed is. That's a fucking Sierra lead. I don't care. But like, if I see a 33 lead and a Triton, I question myself.
Wait, who do you use in like for an offense when you're doing the arena?
Oh, I have like 10 teams for offenses. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay.
So I have my 33 lead Samoth with Lucian, Bernard, Bastet, you know, standard outspeed team, and then I switch out the Samoth for a Raki if they have a Miho and they don't have a 33 lead. I switch out the Raki for an Alicia if they're thick, like a fat Lucian team. I use Bernard, Bastet, Julie, Lucian if they have a Nem healer. You know, double Lucian with Bastet and Bernard.
So you're a Lucian guy.
Very much, but I have a bomber team. And
Got hella options. What the fuck?
yeah, I have a bomber team. I have a triple Skogul team. I have a Raki John team. Because there's this one guy. His name is Aerith. He's always in the Guardian, and
He's in my guild.
Oh shit.
dude.
That's a girl.
Oh, dude. Her fucking defense, I had to make an entire offense just to farm her defense because it tilted me so much. She had like double dark ponies, Yen Hong.
Yeah.
What the
Double
fuck?
dark pony.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's like a meme.
Dude. And it worked. that defense worked. Like, I tried so many different Lucian options, could not get past it. So I had to resort to using my Raki John, Lauren Fran in order to beat that team. And that's like the team I use all the time whenever I see her defense.
That's like a Guild War kind of team.
Yeah.
Dude, it's funny that she's in your guild. You should tell her that both me and Amaru has had so many issues with her defenses during rush hour. Oh man.
Yeah, she's probably definitely one of the most, like, I want to say, like, active members right now, like in terms of like everything. Like, her rest account's pretty nuts.
I think her other one was Gianna. Double Dark Pony, Yen Hong, Gianna. Like that team is so rough. Because her Yen Hong is stupid fast too. I think it's like 310 at least, 320.
She's a very OP player. She's probably one of the best in our guild for sure.
You know how Kiss Tiana is like locked in basically, like Tiana like 33 speed leads? That's actually what I like need right now, because I run Bernard instead of Tiana because I don't have a stripper.
Clara kind of works in that role too,
but she doesn't attack like bar boost, so I'm kind of iffy on her using as an offense. But
if you have like a Ganny or Savannah to pair with her, it works pretty well.
Oh wait, you're talking about for offense?
Yeah, offense.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah.
So yeah, I have trouble with that. So I get shit on if they have all will. So that's my issue right now. I'm trying to jump to C1 in the arena.
So here, I'll bring it up on the screen, the different teams I use. So this is my little bomber team. Ganny, Triton, Dover, and Fran, which I like to use it whenever I see like a Tian Lang, I see Mihos, and I don't see a Juno. If I see a Juno, I run. But triple Scoldle with Amelia.
Oh, okay.
I have I have a small list of players who can outspeed me with their 33 lead plus Triton. So I'll use this stall team against them. Ganny, Taranis, Fen, and Amelia. Usually
you have that one.
Yeah.
The dark one.
Oh, if I had a Sierra, I would definitely use a Sierra, but let me go cry in my corner real quick. I have my quad Lucian team. Jamire, double Lucian, Bastet. I love using this team whenever I can.
Yeah, that's a good team. I used to use that as well.
I have my Julie team, my Alicia team, and then my fuck Lucifer team, because I hate Leo Lucifer teams so much.
Leo Lucifer teams.
Yeah.
I haven't actually seen that too much, but I also don't really climb very high in regular arena.
Leo Lucifer teams is like the most broken offense, but you can abuse it on defense. Because the way it works is when you do damage or take damage, you gain attack bar boost. And then with Leo, because Leo, always does damage first, it pretty much guarantees you first turn, doesn't matter how fast you are.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so I use a Nemesis Megan. Double Nem Will forces me to get the turn before the Leo, and then I just, Lucian them.
Oh, that's actually pretty big brain. I never thought about making a double Nem Will Megan.
Yeah, it's like if you ever see that team, it's instant food. Any Leo team, double Nem Will Megan counters them.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll think about that. I haven't done arena honestly like in so long, but
Yeah.
there was a period of time where my guildies were all like, oh, we're all gonna start pushing in arena just for the books, and like we're gonna get like G2, G3, and I was like, I don't want to re-ruin everything right now. But maybe sometime.
I tried getting to like J3 guild content, and like I re-ruined everything for that, and I still feel like I wasn't doing the great. I was like going like 7-10 in Siege. It was not fun.
10 in Siege. That's actually not that bad. That's not that bad. For where were you guys?
We're in G1 right now, but
G1
like
right
The guild I joined was G3. I think it was like, what was it, top 30?
Top 30. Oh wow, okay, yeah. For that's definitely gonna be rough. I mean,
Dude,
7 and 10 still. It's not bad when you're in the top 30, you know?
I know, but I'm like, I thought I was gonna do like at least like maybe 9 or 8, and then I hit 7, trying super hard. Oof.
Nah.
Let's end the thing with the mechanics, right? So this topic is basically, if you could invent a new mechanic for the game, what would it be?
One shot, one kill. Let's go.
What?
Whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
What do you mean?
One shot, one kill.
Like a debuff where it's like when the timer runs out, you're dead?
No, just like, so let's say you have Grim Reaper, you first kill and they're dead. Like something, but it's their like third skill.
What?
Oh. Sorry.
This man.
Or maybe, I said this in the other podcast, but what if the Dark Inferno got a buff where, you know how his third passive, when they kill him, they get damage received, right?
You
What
kill
if
them
that
and you
one shots
die.
them? What if that one shots them? Wouldn't that be OP?
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to wrap my
How to
head
answer this
around
question.
this. Like, I don't
You
want
know,
to just say no.
No, it's funny because like Alex, like this is actually like one of those things where I've actually thought about this.
Oh really? No way.
Like, what?
You guys speak alike, dude.
Yeah, like I've 100% thought about this because Dark Inferno, like I know that there was a point in time where I was like, should I try building this guy as like a kamikaze unit?
Dude, like
But
if the 2A Inferno is like, you kill him and you die.
Yeah, that would be sick, dude.
Oh.
interest. It's like, I guess it would have to be like a 1-for-1, right? Where
Yeah.
yeah, but Jesus Christ. How would you make this okay?
I
mean,
don't-
like,
I know TOA normal, the stage 90s, they do that to you, right? Basically.
Yeah,
maybe
that is kind of true.
maybe they can't be revived. Like your unit can't be revived and their unit can't be revived.
Plus, they get one shot. Yes.
So it's like,
Well, you
it's-
would have to leave it till last, maybe. Too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
yeah.
honestly, it might be okay because I'm thinking about how people would play around it. It's like they would either leave it and then it would just be irrelevant enough to like not you where you could just leave it.
Yeah. So you have to
Kind
kill.
of,
Yeah.
So
kind
it's
of like demons.
Beelzebub, yeah. Where you have to leave him for last, or otherwise you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like even if there's revivers, it's like you know you bring resetters like Oki, Genny.
Yo, basically Alex is the balancing team in Comtuous right now.
But I think that would be pretty cool.
I don't disagree with that. But no, yeah, I think that would be kind of interesting. What other mechanics?
Mm,
I think. Have you guys ever played E7?
no.
Yeah, I did.
I know, like more recently, like started. I have like a group of guys that I met that play E7, and they were teaching me a little bit about the game. And okay, it's like so similar to Summoners, right? Like
It's so similar.
But there's a few unique mechanics in that game that I feel like I'm like, this would be kind of interesting. Like units that are like asleep, you 100% like have a 100% chance to crit them.
Oh.
Which makes sense, right? Because if they're asleep, like you know, you can like it's like
That's
they're helpless,
that's very
right?
true.
But you know, I mean, they would have to definitely like nerf maybe like some units if that was the case. But like I'm just saying, like that I thought that was an interesting mechanic.
So Alex's comments about the one-shot shit completely threw me off. I had a few things I wanted to bring up, and I can't think at all right now. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, one is an effect that, like, instead of just stripping, it like reverses what happens. So like if you have attack buff, it gives you attack debuff. You know, like attack break. If you have a defense buff, defense break. It's just like a flip. You know, speed buff, speed break,
Interesting.
immunity, beneficial block.
Huh. Anyway, this would be what, a passive on some unit or a
Like a skill.
like a skill. That would be kind of interesting. It converts, right? Converts
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. And
I could
then
actually see that.
Or have you guys played TFT?
No, but I played it like once.
So when did you play it that once?
Probably like around like July, because that's when I actually got a computer.
Do you remember Mech Pilots? Have you played with Mech Pilots before? Was
I have
that a
not.
thing?
I have not.
So there's a thing called Mech Pilot, and you go Fizz. I mean, you go three champions, and then you get a robot, right? What if one monster had a thing like that?
Oh,
that
like
be dumb?
they come like they like
Yeah,
become
they
Exodia?
transform into one.
You know, in a sense, there's something like that, right? With,
But it's like
twins.
a rune.
It's
They
a
all-
rune.
Yeah, it's a rune set.
So if you have like what 3 units on this rune set, they become
Yeah, they
gods?
transform, but I don't know how.
No,
that
no.
works.
Wait.
okay,
I
well,
mean, it would convince people to stray away from violent, maybe.
Yeah.
I just thought of the other one and I forgot it already. Fuck, what was it? Oh, dude, I'm like that fucking dog from Up. It's like just a squirrel. Completely lose
Okay, my
focus.
dude.
Oh fuck. It was.
But I don't know how the mechanic will work though.
If they were to introduce a mechanic like that, I think it's like one of those things where like it takes like it would take too much, right? Because like
Yeah.
like what if
Never mind. Yeah. That's
what if that unit like that, like, you know, you have that set on, gets banned.
Oh. Then it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be maybe it's like a guessing game type of thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about a unit that whenever their attack bar is decreased, it actually increases their attack bar?
So like Tian Lang.
Yeah, like Tiana.
Kinda. So you know how. Yeah, well, like Tian Lang, he blocks them from really gaining and gains as well, right? But I'm talking
Yeah,
about, like,
yeah.
let's say, like, what's her name? Fucking Hathor, you know, completely drains attack bar, but instead of it draining attack bar, it gives you a full attack bar. Or, you know, if Lauren tries to slow them, increases it instead. Great mix.
Wow.
So
Everyone's-
you decrease and increase yourself.
No, like it's completely adverse effect. So instead of you getting your attack bar decreased, it always increases.
So you can choose if you want to decrease or gain.
No, like
No,
and like a
yeah.
Bellio. Well, I'm saying like it's a passive that procs whenever his attack bar is decreased. Instead of being decreased by that amount, it gets increased by that amount.
I feel like that might be like if it's a passive, that might be kind of crazy.
Because like
Yeah.
you try to Lauren that unit, and instead of Lauren actually working, it just gives them a full attack bar.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that might be a little much if it's a passive, because like
Mhm.
that's like Tian. It reminds me of like Tian Lang, but like even more useful, maybe. You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
say it's like a dark unit, and you use that for like Guild Wars and Siege. That's like an insta kill for fucking Lauren teams. But like
So you're tired of people
Dude.
saying nerf Hathor?
like I feel like instead of nerfing Hathor, just add in more counters. But like nowadays, there's enough Hathor counters to where
It's not
like
that great, huh?
she's not like
She's
a
good.
she's still good. She's strong, but she's not like a one trick insta win
Yeah.
button
Not as
anymore.
before.
It works. Like she works like really. I think she's still like really up there, like lower rank, and then the higher up you go, like she'll remain like A tier probably, but not like the top unit. You know,
Yeah.
not like you have to fight for her.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not like number one pick anymore. I feel like Guardian.
But
Thor needs a buff.
I was actually playing with a Hathor. I don't have a Hathor actually on my account,
Mhm.
but I was playing on one of my real life buddies' accounts, and he has Hathor. So I actually was, and he's only in like Fighter 2 or Fighter 3, and
Mhm.
like his account, like in the past, he's gotten it to like C2 or C3. So I was just playing around with it, and I was doing Hathor first pick with Molly Vigor, and that is nasty.
Molly.
It's so
But
nice.
was it the Hathor winning or was it the Molly Vigor winning? Because
It's just too many things to worry about, you know.
yeah.
And then on top of that, his account has a pater.
Oh
So-
shit!
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really fun playing with that kind of thing in F2 F3.
But like, that's nasty in F2 F3.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
guys
just
think-
like flexing.
If you're still with us up to this point, we hope that you enjoyed.
And if you're still sticking with us, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for us.
Don't forget, you can catch us live on Twitch and the links down below.